What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Attention people, this is not a drill. The second installment of 365 Days is now streaming on Netflix. If you've already seen it, and we know you did, you need to check out these 10 other films until the third part of the franchise premieres, which will be at the beginning of this year. Enjoy the video, guys. After 2019. We'll start off with our favorite. The After franchise has over 1 billion reads on Wattpad. For those of you who aren't familiar, this 2019 steamy romantic drama film is based on Anna Todd's 2014 novel of the same name. Before the story was written on book pages, fans were only able to read it on Wattpad. There are millions of books sold in more than 40 countries, and while there are 3 films, the perfect cast ensemble. So what makes this franchise so great and similar to 365 Days? Well, the reason for its popularity, one of the main reasons is One Direction. Yeah, the boy band. A lot of people started reading After because they wanted to read a fictional story about the band. The story is captivating with a focus on Tessa Young, a character played by Josephine Langford, and Hardin Scott, a character played by Hero Finds Tiffin. Tessa meets Hardin in the first year at college. This guy is a mysterious rebel who steals her heart. Now, there's another reason this franchise is so popular: a lot of steamy scenes. Another appealing element is the good girl, bad boy situation. Apparently, we will never get bored of the storyline. If you've already seen After, be sure to check out its sequels. We'll see the conclusion to Tessa and Hardin's story a bit later this year, with After Ever Happy released in the US on September 7th, 2022. The 4th installment will premiere in Europe on August 24th and August 25th. Addicted, 2014. Another must-watch if you enjoy 365 Days is Addicted, a film adaptation of a novel by Zane. The film follows a successful woman, Zoe Reynard, a character played by Sharon Leal, who seems to have everything. She has a husband she loves, 2 children, and a thriving career. But you should never judge a book by its cover. Zoe goes through a lot of struggles because of her nymphomania addiction. We don't want to spoil the film for you because we believe you'll put it on your watch list immediately. Now let's continue with something a bit different.
I ban you, so that when you're not here, I can satisfy myself with a mere thought of you.
The Twilight Saga 2008. The Twilight Saga is a series of 5 vampire-themed romance fantasy films based on 4 novels by the famous author Stephenie Meyer. The series has grossed billions of dollars worldwide and are extremely popular nowadays, even though the first installment was released way back in November 21st, 2008. The story focuses on Isabella Bella Swan, who is just a regular teenager until she falls in love with a vampire named Edward Cullen. Just like every other film on the list, this franchise is also filled with many steamy scenes. This here is another example of how popular films get once the good girl, bad boy element gets included. One thing is certain though, the Twilight lovemaking scenes are unbelievably hot. Have you guys seen the franchise? Do you think it deserves to be mocked the way it is on TikTok? Let us know. Original Sin 2001. Led by 2 of the most talented actors in Hollywood, Antonio Banderas and Angelina Jolie, this 2001 R-rated erotic thriller tells the story of Julia Russell Jolie and her lover Billy Thomas Jane. The couple has one purpose: con rich man Louis Vigueras Bandera. And how are they planning to do this? Well, marry him, earn his trust, get all his money, and run away. And then the big plot twist comes when Julia falls in love with him, the guy she's agreed to con. Then the situation gets complicated, and even more plot twists and even more incredible storylines. Another must-watch for sure. Call Me by Your Name. If you haven't seen Call Me by Your Name, well, you're missing out on a lot. This is without a doubt one of the most best romantic movies in the entire history of cinema, starring Timothée Chalamet as Leo and Armie Hammer as Oliver. The two develop feelings for each other and get involved in a forbidden romance. Below Her Mouth. This Canadian erotic drama follows a lesbian love affair between 2 women, with one of them identifying herself as straight. The film took the world by storm because it was one of the first films where the main storyline is about 2 lesbians. And of course, there were a lot of steamy scenes. People weren't used to getting to see so much queer stories back then, so this film was considered a fresh masterpiece. Some critics claimed the acting wasn't so on point, but then again, the film got extremely popular and successful, which is what matters. The movie is also praised because it was made for women by director April Mullen. Have you guys seen Below Her Mouth? What do you think of it? Let us know before we continue with great greater content similar to 365 Days. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done it already. 50 Shades of Grey 2015. We can't overlook the 50 Shades of Grey franchise. Some of you complained about us comparing this franchise to 365 Days, so I feel the need to explain the comparison. As you already know, 50 Shades of Grey and its sequel follows Anastasia Steele, played by Dakota Johnson, as she falls in love with businessman Christian Grey, a character played by Jamie Dornan. She, however, learns about his Red Room of Pain. The two franchises are both similar and different. The actors in 365 Days cannot be compared to the ones in 50 Shades. First, because they come from different countries, and then the storylines they get involved in are different. However, there's one similarity between these two projects. Just like 365 Days, 50 Shades has received criticism for the portrayal of an unhealthy relationship.
So, what was he like?
Mr. Grey will see you now. He was really smart.
Cruel Intentions 1999. As two people who are wealthy, bored out of their minds, and have no morals whatsoever, Catherine Mertulli and Sebastian Valmont lied and didn't let anyone stand in their way of destroying, well, everything. Cruel Intentions is a film adaptation of the 1782 novel Les Lésions Dangerousness. It includes some really messed up sexual mind games and treachery. We can't believe it's been 23 years since its premiere, and the film is still on the list of one of the best films in the entire history of cinema. Blue is the warmest color. Winner of the Palme d'Or at the 2013 Cannes Films Festival, Blue is the warmest color was praised by both fans and critics, and we all know that's a rare instance for erotica movie. The film follows the life of Adele, a high school queer student who is exploring her gender identity while in a relationship with graduating art student Emma. Since the film got released in 2013, way before 50 Shades of Grey and 365 Days, you can only imagine the controversies the film faced after its premiere. Its sequel, 2022. Yes, the sequel to 365 Days this day. Netflix's erotica drama containing the story of a woman falling for the mafia boss who kidnapped her in this day. And after ending on a big cliffhanger, fans of the franchise crave more of the highly addictive story. So what's a better recommendation than its own continuation? Directed by Barbara Białowąs and Tomasz Mandes, the first film took the world by storm. The third film will bring the conclusion to the story of Massimo and Laura. While the sequel faced a lot of bad reviews, the film was on the Netflix list of top 10 most watched films for a long time. 365 Days is a perfect film if you're interested in addictive stories, talented and handsome actors, and a bit of cheesy storylines. Just like most of our films in our video, 365 Days was also followed by controversies, mostly because of the movie's depiction of Massimo's treatment of Laura. As already mentioned, the third installment will premiere sometime at the end of 2022. On a related note, what are your hopes for it? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.